Yo, it's King Opa-Locka with another video. But before we get started, I need you to like and subscribe on YouTube. King Opa-Locka. Opa-Locka, man, saying what's up? Bombay Talk, I had to hit y'all early, man. Before I get started, man, like and subscribe my YouTube, man. We running them numbers up. We doing a little thing, podcast coming soon. On the 28th, this Saturday, we got a club event going on for the Tyson and Jones fight. We're gonna have a pay-per-view. It's all at a club, gas station, ATL, 400 Northside Drive, Northwest Atlanta. You know what I mean? So y'all pull up, man, from 8 to 11:30. We're gonna be out there, man. Be hosting. We're gonna have rappers performing. We're gonna have all type. It's gonna be all type of stuff there, man. So pop up, pull up and pop out, man. But I said today I wanted to talk about black love, man. I just woke up this morning, and after things were presented to me, and my mind just clicked, and I was like, man, I think people might need to hear this, man. When you in a relationship with somebody, whether it be friendship, job, whether it be a loved one, a family member, whatever, when you're in a relationship with somebody, man, before you go to that person and address them with anything that's sticky, or before you run off to somebody else and expose what they got going on, like telling people, man, this person stink, or this person be saying this, or they get on my last nerve. You know how you be going through that with your girl. You know how you women go through that with your husband. Before you run off to somebody else because you want advice, like you coming to other people and you ask them for advice, numerous things got to be taken into account. But the first thing you should do, if you are a believer, thank you, Bravo, thank you, man. If you're the type of person that believe, you know what I mean? Me and you might not share the same beliefs, but we're the type of people who can look at our circumstance and see past that circumstance. So I'm talking to the people who are believers. If you believe in a God, if you believe in karma, if you believe in universal principle, if you're that type of person that is a believer and you're in a relationship, or you have something going on with like a friendship relationship and you and that person are at odds, or you see a problem coming up ahead, man, go to God first, because he's the only person that can change that person. Or go to the universe, because the universe got to go to that person and work on that person's heart. You can't just come to your child and be like, you need to stop smoking. You need to stop smoking. They might listen to you, but then again, they got their own mind. When you start getting your own mind and your own heart, when you start feeling like when you start being accountable for your own actions, it's going to have to take something a lot bigger than you, than me, to come to you and change the way you think. If you really want to be effective in the lives of your family members, if you really want to be effective in the lives of your loved ones, if you really want to be that type of person who's saying the right things and doing the right things for people, you got to allow the spirit to get involved. And that's what prayer matters. So before we hit on these posts and go to posting all this crazy stuff that's really fueled by our relationships, rather it be a friend, you and your friend fall out, next thing you know, you going on posts talking about how you don't give a fuck about nobody, it's you alone.
Wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
Allow humans to, before you allow people on the same level as you to influence your post and the things that you say, you should allow God, spirit. You should deal with spirit and say, hey, man, I really want this person to stop being this way. Or I really want to learn, let your will be done in my life. Because sometimes it ain't the person. Sometimes it's us. Spirit, God, whatever. The universe is trying to teach us things every day. And a lot of times we're resistant to that teaching. So if you get on your knees and you pray, like you go to spirit and say, look, what is it about this situation that I need to learn? It might be something for me. It ain't always them. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's you. Sometimes you got to learn a whole nother way of doing something. Sometimes we be stuck in our own little rut of doing things one way. We like things set up like this. We like to hear this certain sound. We like it to be this certain. And then somebody come in our life and they good for you. Spirit got you stuck to them. Be it a friend, be it a loved one, be it a family member. They come in our life and we stuck with them. And you sitting there and you saying, if I'm stuck with this person, how can I deal with what they doing? So you don't want to offend the person. You don't want to argue with them because you love them. But you want to approach the problem. So you try to figure out ways of doing it. You be slick shooting and you be like, hey, man, if I was, I wouldn't do it and they still doing it. And you like, man, I can't understand why this person keep doing it. And a lot of times you not in their life to teach them a whole new way. Sometimes they in your life to teach you another way of dealing with things that you don't agree with. Because we ain't here to have the whole world agree with us. We're here to be a function to the people that's around us. We're here to generate love, receive it, accept it, and give it back to somebody else. And if you steady looking at what people are doing and how they do stuff, and you ain't allowing spirit to mold the way that you look at things, like you still going through with a humanistic mind state. Like if it ain't the way I like it, I ain't with it. If it ain't the way I'm with it, if they don't talk the way I'm talking, they wrong. That's why you got to go and you got to approach something bigger than you. You got to go to spirit and say, Spirit, teach me how to deal with this situation in love. 1 Corinthians 13, I'm not even a Bible pusher like that no more. But my wife and me, that's my thing now. Whenever I feel like I need to argue with her, or I read 1 Corinthians chapter 13, I allow some form of spirit to like put a little bit of smoothing on it. You know what I mean? So what I'm here today is to tell y'all, get out your inbox. Stop telling your friends and asking for advice from your friends about your husband or your wife or your best friend or your son. Get off them posts, making all these rants and raves about your relationship that you having. Get out of that whole little thing of just wanting to blow on people and expose how you feel on your post. Don't let people motivate you to post a certain way or to take certain type of pictures or make certain type of comments. Be motivated by a principle that's bigger than all of us. Be motivated by your belief in God. Be motivated by your belief in karma. Be motivated by your belief in universal concepts and principles. Don't be motivated by your frustration. Don't get frustrated about somebody and hit your post. I can't stand people. People are so fucked up. They steal from you all the time. Sometimes the theft that you received is the same theft that you gave. Sometimes the embarrassment that you feel is the same embarrassment that you gave somebody else. And if you never slow down and ask God, if you never slow down and say, hey, God, hey, man, like, why is it that my feelings are hurt? Is it my feelings that need to be corrected, or is it the person that hurt my feelings? Because if it's the person that hurt my feelings, can you go over there and talk to them first before I say anything? Because if I say something, I know I'm going to mess it up because I always mess everything up. Now, this work for Christians, this work for Muslims, this work for people like me, this work for anybody if you allow spirit to get in between you and people. And stop feeling like, it's a war between people. Like you can just Lego block somebody and change them into what you want them to be. Like you could just, Rubik's Cube people. Man, a guy used to tell me this a long time ago. He used to say, man, I got 99 thoughts in my head. I'll pay you to figure out one of them. And that was like the most difficult thing for me. How you going to tell somebody what they thinking? How you going to figure out what's in somebody's head? You know that the only thing that can judge us is spirit. The only thing that really know you is your spirit. So when I have a problem with people, we need to approach that thing spiritually and say, look, man, spirit, go over there and touch their heart before I go over there and talk to them. Because if I go over there and talk to them and their mind ain't changed or their heart not touched, we're going to have another argument. If I get up this morning and I approach my wife without praying for her, because I asked her that, like, did you pray before you approached me? Because a lot of times that's what we do. We don't pray before we handle something. And we go out there and we try to handle it. And then we wonder why my intentions were good, but it went off negative. There's no way that, all right, if you a Bible believer, because I'm going to push this Bible on you, because I heard this the other day. It seemed like Bible is the only thing everybody understands. Everybody understand the Bible, right? So if you understand the Bible, right, the Bible say the only God can judge you. Say the heart of the king is in God's hand. If you believe that the heart of the king is in God's hand, why are you approaching the king before addressing him? If he'll give you the desires of your heart, why don't you bare your heart before him? If you believe that God will do all this and God will do all that, go to him before you go to people. When you hurt and you feeling down because somebody said something about you, get out them posts, get out them inboxes, get off them phones, stop taking them rides with your friend. You get mad at your girl, you pick up your partner and you talk bad about your girl because your partner ain't got no girl. And the first thing he gonna tell you is, let's go out here and mess with some girls then. Let's go out here and fuck some bitches. Damn that hoe. Next thing you know, you got tied up in an entanglement and you ain't belonging there. You got a friend, you and your friend done fell out. Stay off them posts. Don't be posting about your partner. You ain't tagged them in it, but they know y'all just had an argument about something. Now you posting about how you don't need nobody and you don't care. Now you just hurting people's feelings because your feelings hurt. Approach spirit. If you really care about people, if you really want to be spiritually mature, man, approach people. Because approach God, approach spirit. Go to spirit and say, hey, man, look, man, I listen, the way I'm feeling, it can't be right. If you believe that God is not the author of confusion, anytime that you confuse, you know that God ain't in it. Ain't no positivity in confusion. When you confused, you need to go find something bigger than you to help lead you. So you get on your knees or you approach whatever deity you approach and you say, look, man, show me my way, because I don't really know, which way in direction I can go. I want to go to this person and talk to him, but I'm hurt. I want to go to this person and talk to him, but they hurt. Or I'm mad. I'm in a mind state, or my heart is turned into a direction where I really ain't going to get no positivity from it. So the best thing for you to do is approach spirit. Now, my basic thesis at the end of this whole conversation, because this ain't going to be a long one. At the end of this conversation, I'm basically telling y'all that before you post, before you comment, before you text, before you inbox, before you do any type of thing physical, pray, man. Pray. Have you prayed about it? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Have I prayed about this issue before I make a rant about it? Have I prayed about the issue before I post about it? Now, after this, I really ain't got nothing else to say. Man, I hope that y'all pull up on Saturday, man. We got this 28th. It's actually called Thanksgiving Day. Y'all pull up, man. Gas station ATL, 400 Northside Drive, man. We're gonna be out there, man. I'm gonna be out there. I got my cameraman. We're gonna be pulling up, man. If you want to see the King Opa-Locka, man, for the first time or for the third time, how many times you done seen me, man? Y'all pull up. I would most definitely love to see y'all. It's going to be vendors out there. It's going to be stuff for sale. It's going to be stuff you can sell. It's going to be free samples. We got the Roy Jones and Tyson fight. I want y'all under this video to tell me who you like for the fight. Do you like Tyson or Foreman? You ain't got to come or no. I just want to see up under this video. I want to see who you like. Do you like Tyson or do you like I said Foreman. Do you like Tyson or do you like Jones? Who you like? You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you who I like. I have always liked Mike Tyson. People say I fight like him. You know what I mean? I love me some Tyson. I believe Tyson is going to tear a hole in Jones' ass, man. I believe Tyson is going to tear a hole in Jones. And the reason why is because Tyson is a natural. Some people had to be taught how to fight. Some people had to be taught how to box. Man, Tyson is a natural killer. I don't give a damn. Some people, when they reach 80 years old, they'll still bust your ass. And that's Tyson. I'm going with Tyson for this fight. But before you go to anybody else about your issues, rather it be your loved one, rather it be your child, rather it be somebody that you work with, go to God. God is not the author of confusion. Anytime you see yourself confused, you know it ain't God. It could be anybody else, but it ain't God. Get yourself out of your situation. Stop functioning with people in your heart. Stop attacking people physically. Stop feeling like it's something that you could do to get somebody to see things the right way. The only thing that got me, you, and everybody else who see things in a positive light to see it was spirit. It was our spirit that got us to the point. Our mind had to be awakened by spirit. The darkness had to be took off our eyes and the light had to be brought to us. You ain't no light bearer. We ain't got much light in us. I ain't got much light in me. So if I say something that brings some light to you, you need to give glory to spirit, be it God, the universe, or something, because it ain't in me to do right. It ain't in none of us, man. I want to do some bullshit today just like you do. So I'm asking y'all to get out them inboxes, stop making all these crazy ass posts. You know what I mean? Stop talking crazy to your friends about your loved one. If you care about somebody, pray for them first, man. Pray for them long. If you really care about somebody and they out there doing stuff you don't like them to do, fast for them. If you really care about somebody and they out there saying stuff about you that you really don't like, pray for them. Stop, talking to people about them. Stop doing things about them. Stop praying about them. You know what I mean? But I'm out of here, man. King Opa-Locka, man. Bombay Talk. I'll be back at y'all soon, man. But live free. DC the cause. It's going to be a lot of people out there on the 28th. I can't necessarily say I will be speaking like this, but you will see me and I'm going to definitely be kicking it. I love to shake y'all hand, man. I pray the opportunity approach y'all and attack y'all around every corner. May industriousness be a part of your attributes. May your character reflect God. May the things that you do open the eyes of the people that surround you. May you receive all the love from the universe. May you be able to say that those that you love you back. I pray nothing but the best for you. I'm out of here, man. King Opa-Locka, I'm gone. Connect with me on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Bombay Talk.